Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having brilliant, fantastic, amazing days. Welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I'm going to be discussing, tips when live. Okay, now this is of course the most important part. Almost, forget everything else because it's a completely different game when you're live. Okay, now, if you've made it this far, you've got a live account. Well done, nice. Now let's keep it. Okay, that is of course the most important thing when it comes to scaling, stacking accounts is keeping it. It's a shame, but I've seen it before that people have done all this hard work, journaled, documented all of their trades, and almost just forgotten it all, okay, and gone crazy and AWOL when they're on their live account. Okay, it's very easy to do so, okay, and I understand why, because you want to maximize as much profit as you can. But for pretty much everyone in this world, when it comes to live trading conditions, it's very, very different to practicing it on your IC markets demo accounts, then practicing it, and kind of proving it in your challenge and verification stage, and then actually doing it on a live account. Okay. Now, the best way to deal and manage with it is almost to treat it as though it's not a live account. Okay. And to remember, all of the foundations that you've kind of built so far with how to execute your EAs, execute your risk management, execute your live manual trades as well. I've written down here on the right hand side, as I always have done, full a few bullet points that I want to cover with you all to help you best maximize your profit. Okay, and to help you with a few of the things that I've learned when trading live with FTMO, my Forex funds, the prop trading, and a few other prop firms as well. That I've learned across the way. So let's begin. So let's dive right into it. So the first thing that I've written down here is that risk management is key. Okay. And I've said it probably 1,000 times, on my YouTube or my LinkedIn or my Telegram or my Facebook, to people in Messenger, to people in my, direct messages on Instagram. I've said it all over the place, but it is really, really true. Okay. And that's the reason it's the first point, in this video is risk management is key. Okay. Because when you're live, it's exactly the same as when you're in your challenge stage. It's the same when you're in your verification. It's the same when you're on your IC markets demo accounts. It's the same when you're on your personal live funds. It's the same when you're on your FTMO free trial account. Risk management is key. Okay. And to ensure success, gradual success, a smooth equity curve, you've got to have good risk management. Okay. And a lot of people, unfortunately, too often than not, get on the live account. They've done really, really well. Okay. They've journaled their trades. They've tracked everything. They've calculated their risk before entering manually on everything. They've calculated the risk, when it comes to the EAs, but then it goes out the window when they get a live account. So make sure it's not you. Make sure you don't do that. So risk management is key. Okay. And calculating the risk and, being in a level mindset when you trade on the account, when you're live is key to the success and getting those payouts and getting those big payouts that we're looking for and we're wanting. Okay. Keeping a level head. Okay. When you get wins, you shouldn't be over the moon. When you get losses, you shouldn't be, really upset. It should be mellow. It should be, a mild, calm tempo. Okay. That's the first point. Risk management is key. Okay. The second thing, as I mentioned in the IC markets, testing demo account video, journaling the trades. Okay. Because of course now we're live, everything that you do is now profit, which is exciting. Okay. But don't let that stop you from journaling and tracking the trades because, of course, the data that you generate from your own trading, okay, is what's going to give you more confidence over time. It's going to help you stack the accounts. It's going to help you increase the profitability on the accounts, more importantly. Okay. If you figure that on Friday, when you're trading, for instance, just as a regular example, on Friday, you aren't making any money. You're only losing money. You're only giving back to the market for whatever reason. Okay. Because it's the end of the week, you're tired, whatever the reason is, let's just say as an example, Friday is not the day for you. Okay. And you're losing money trading on Friday. You'll learn after 2 months that that's the way to go and to stop trading on Friday, okay, or to perhaps adapt your your market approach on Friday. So that just as an example would be something that you could learn from tracking and journaling your trades, okay, which will help increase your profitability and then help increase the size of your payouts every single month. Okay. Tip 3, okay, is not to aggressively push the EAs. Okay, it's something that I've learned across time. When you track and journal your trades, okay, when you've tested all the EAs, now you're live, you don't want, of course, to lose the accounts. So if your strategy, for instance, on the expert advisors is, let's say, quite aggressive, okay, you're looking at making 6, 7, 8%, okay, you could, if you wanted to, cut that in half, cut the risk in half, okay, cut the equity protector, cut the lot sizes, cut everything in half. And essentially, then you will make half the amount, but you're never putting the account at jeopardy or risk, okay? And it's something that can be quite a smart move to take if you're now focusing on trying to stack accounts, get passive income, and build up an accumulation of accounts and stacking that wealth that you're looking to to achieve. So don't go too aggressive on the EAs. If you get your first 100K account, you don't need to go and make a whole bunch of money the first month. Focus on getting that free retry, not free retry. Focus on getting your your first payout and getting that challenge fee that you paid initially back as a refund. Okay, and stacking and increasing the amount of accounts and profit you make. So The third tip that I've said is, don't aggressively push the EAs. You can afford to cut the risk in half. At the end of the day, we're trying to make money from this now. You don't need to force yourself to get, 15, 20% within the month. Okay. Tip 4 is focus on compounding the profit. Okay. You can afford to take more risk in the day once you've secured profit. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is how FTMO works. Okay. Is that once you've made profit within a day. So for instance, let's say you've got a $100,000 account. Your max daily drawdown is $5,000. Okay. If you profit within the day $1,000, okay, this is when you're live. Okay. It's also the same actually on the challenge and verification stages, but most importantly, when you're live, if you're up $1,000, you technically have a $6,000 drawdown within the day. Okay. So what I'm saying by the fact that you can focus on compounding the account and can afford to take more risk once you've secured more profit is actually that, once you're up within the day, you can afford to risk a little bit more. And so what I've seen work really, really successfully with some people, okay, is that they start really small with the amount of risk that they take at the start of the day. This typically works really well with scalpers, for instance. Okay, you're scalping and you're perhaps risking $100, $200. Once you build up a buffer of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 within the day, if you've had a really, really good day, you might then have a $10,000 daily drawdown. Okay, if you're up $5,000, okay, on a 100K account, just as an example, then you can risk a lot more to increase, and compound and allow for a larger amount of daily drawdown. Okay, so it's just something that I thought I'd put in here as well. It's a note to mention is that when you have a really, really good opportunity, you've made really good money. If there's another one, you can continue to stack upon that. Okay, because you have larger amounts of daily drawdown. Because of course it refreshes, at the point of each day. Okay, but if you've got a nice little buffer, it really, really helps. So that's another thing that I've noted that's helped me secure some bigger payouts from FTMO and my Forex funds. And also what I've said is that, of course, when you have more, profit in the account, okay, and perhaps you're up $5,000 for the month, you can just afford to take more risk naturally, because if you do lose a little bit of money, then you're still going to get payout. So what I've said there is when you've got a fresh account, okay, you're at $100,000. Let's just use that as an example, okay, and you've got it fresh. Don't go and risk 2% on your first trade, okay, because if it does go wrong, then you're putting yourself negative. Start to build up a little bit of a buffer, as I mentioned earlier, build up a little bit of security, and then you can start going a little bit more aggressive if you want a larger payout, okay, and if you've got, of course, the right opportunities, okay, so that's the thing that I noted there. Now, tip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last tip for this video is secure the challenge fee, secure the first payout and secure the challenge fee, okay. Now you're live, boom, bingo, we've got it, we've done it, okay. Let's focus on stacking, okay, and increasing the amount of accounts we have rather than trying to aggressively push the first challenge that you've passed and got through the door. Okay, secure the challenge fee, because once you get that challenge fee back, you can instantly reinvest it back into another account and do the same process time and time again. Okay, and once you've got one account, don't lose it. Now hold on to it. Okay, again, the stats inside FTMO and my Forex funds astonish me. Okay, the sheer amount of people that don't make their first payout when they're live. Okay, that pass the challenge, that pass the verification, but don't actually get and secure their first profit payout. Okay, so don't be one of those statistics. Make sure you go and get the profit you've entitled yourself to by working this hard, okay, and getting this far. So ultimately, that and those are my tips and tricks for trading live. Okay, they're the most crucial, important things. Of course, there's loads of different other things, surrounding all of that. But looking after your psychology, okay, making sure your risk management is on point, journaling the trades so you can keep yourself accountable. You can build up that data so you can give yourself more confidence. Okay, not aggressively pushing the EAs. Okay, so that they're going to lose the account for you. Okay, you can cut the risk in half because ultimately it just helps you pacify some income. Okay, and automate some income. Then focusing on profit, compounding the profit. You can afford to take more risk if you've had a really good day. Okay, you can continue stacking on that. And you can also take more risk once you're up in the account. Don't go and take loads of risk, when you've got a fresh account. Build up a little bit of a buffer. And then, of course, make sure you secure that payout. Make sure you get the money that you deserve. And make sure you secure the challenge fee back so you can reinvest it into another account. But ultimately, those are my tips and tricks, and my major tips and tricks when it comes to securing profit on the live account. As always, all of the sheets and relevant docs and information is going to be down below as well, so you can read it, and you can use any of the spreadsheets and things that we adapt and mold in the future underneath this video. But otherwise, let's go and get it. Let's go and get that profit from the live accounts, and congrats once you have made it this far, because it's a really, really good achievement. You've beaten the odds of most people.